right, rise and shine, everyone. It is Tuesday, 6 o'clock. Thank you for starting your day with us here on Sunrise. Jason and Alicia here with you as we gear up for a taste of winter.
Yes, finally. It's weird coming out of my mouth, John, but snow is in the forecast. Strange.
Swamity,
Snow.
Yep, we just did a Dumb and Dumber joke on TV. Sorry if you don't know. If you know, you know. 30 degrees this morning. So kids, how do you dress for this? It's been awkward at our house. I don't even think we know where the snow pants are anymore. So that's getting awkward. But I think you can do another day with just the light coat throughout the day because we're going to get to near 40 degrees. Don't need to prepare for shedding the layers, though. I think you'll need the coat handy or at least a light one all day long. 32 degrees, north winds at 6 miles per hour. Very comfortable outside, very, very warm, at least in the Twin Cities. Getting outside, there's clear skies out here, so we've been able to cool down. Marshall at 18, Wilmer 23. So the clear skies allowing that drop in temperatures. So we are going to start it off cool, talk about 40 this afternoon, but it's the snow. We got to talk about the snow in your full forecast.
John, thank you. Let's give you a look at the roads. Map is looking clear, but I just got a report from MnDOT's 511 page. 494 eastbound dealing with a crash just south of Edina. I'm going to try to pull it up here on one of my cameras, see if I can see that, because again, this just came in. Oh, okay, we shouldn't zoom in on the license plate. But 494 at Highway 10, obviously a crash is there, so we'll try to get some more details on that and have an update in a few.
Well, just hours ago, we confirmed Minnesota has its first measles case in 2 years.
It was found right here in the Twin Cities Metro, and that information coming overnight from the Minnesota Department of Health. Now take a look. We told you earlier this month the CDC is reporting more than 24 cases since December across several states. And now Minnesota is on that list. Cece Gaines is live with more details for us this morning. Good morning, Cece.
Good morning. Health officials are saying that the patient is a 1-year-old from Dakota County who had just gotten back from international travel, hadn't been vaccinated. This morning, the Minnesota Department of Health is investigating and also informing anyone who may have come into contact. Now, we're told that Minnesota hasn't had a measles case since 2022, but our state has one of the lowest vaccination rates in the country. Since the start of COVID-19, vaccination rates have started to decline nationwide. In Minnesota, the rate among kindergartners dropped from 92.6% back in 2019 to 87.7% in 2022. Local health experts told our Danny Spiewak that those numbers are concerning.
Some locations at as high as 40 or 50% are not vaccinated in more closed groups, certain schools, certain daycares. And these are the ones that are really ripe for large outbreaks.
MDH saying that they're on heightened alert for any more cases that may pop up. This morning, they're also encouraging parents to get their kids vaccinated. Back to you.
All right, Cece, thank you very much. And doctors say initial symptoms for measles usually start 8 to 12 days after exposure. So all you parents and guardians out there, watch out for a high fever, cough, runny nose, and watery eyes, followed by a rash, typically spreading from the head to the rest of the body.
We're following a developing story out of Central High School in St. Paul, where police found a student with a gun on campus. Officers were called to the school at around 2:15 yesterday afternoon. They say they approached one student who didn't have a gun, but new information led them to a second student. He was taken to the hallway where police say he tried to run from officers and school security. They found the gun and took him into custody.
This morning, a local school principal is opening up after 4 students were badly hurt in a head-on collision. Those kids go to Faribault High School. Police say 5 teens in all were hurt in that crash on Saturday, not far from the school. Their ages range from 15 to 18 years old. 2 of them had to be airlifted to a metro area hospital. We're learning 3 of them are on the hockey team and are now out for the rest of the season.
There's a deep love for this place. And when one of your own go through something like this, you take it on and you care deeply about those kids.
Now, the State Patrol is reconstructing the crash now. The police chief says driver impairment is not a contributing cause.
Well, if you're heading to MSP today, double check your flight status.
In about 5 hours, flight attendants at MSP will be joining a worldwide picket. Michelle Beck is live at Terminal 1 tracking this developing story. Michelle.
Hey, good morning to you. You know, when you're at an airport, usually the travelers are the main characters. It's all about them. But today at 11 o'clock, the hope for at least some is that the flight attendants will really take center stage here. In just a few hours, like you mentioned, flight attendants are poised to unite for this day of action. Organizers are even calling this event the largest collective action in the history of the profession. The Association of Professional Flight Attendants writes 100,000 flight attendants will be represented as pickets go up across the U.S., UK, and Guam. Their demands are simple: better pay and working conditions. We know from federal data that the median annual wage for the industry was $64,000 in 2022. And right now, the majority of U.S. flight attendants are in contract negotiations. So that's why everything is happening right now. And we are continuing to keep track of this flight board just behind us. Pretty much the same here in terms of cancellations to the New York area that we saw and brought to you about 30 minutes ago. But again, we'll be standing right here and watching out to inform you of any potential changes to your flights regarding that 11 a.m. picketing. Guys.
All right, Michelle, thank you. And yeah, just double check your flight before you head out. And as many of you head home from work, Minneapolis public school teachers will be rallying for a new contract. The Minneapolis Federation of Teachers says educators and support professionals have been working without a contract for 7 months. After tonight's rally, the union plans to walk into the school board meeting. It's the first one with new superintendent Dr. Lisa Sales Adams. And in just 2 days, the St. Paul Federation of Educators will vote on whether to authorize a strike. They've been working without a new contract since July.
The new legislative session is officially underway this morning, and one of the hot topics on the agenda, legalizing sports betting. When you look at this map, Minnesota's on an island, with it being legal in all of the states surrounding us. It's come up before, so the question is, what will it take for a bill to pass this time? The sticking point will likely be who ends up controlling the licensing and getting a cut of the revenue. One bill on the table from Republicans calls for a 15% state tax on sports betting revenue, which based on projections would come out to about $60 million for the state. Democrats have their own bill offering 10% for about $40 million.
Minnesotans are already betting on sports. They're just doing it in other states or they're doing it illegally. So now's the time to get it done so we can regulate the market as well as help generate some sales tax revenue.
Democrats want tribes to maintain exclusivity over sports wagering licenses, while Republicans' preference is to give the tribes the license as well as the tracks, teams, and charities. Governor Walz says if they can get a bill passed, he'll sign it.